Good morning. This time we address the process of methodologies that will help us to understand how to calculate the strategies of a project in a very simple and fast way. This process is performed in this area called fast keys. But before you see how to manage it, let's take a brief glimpse of the situation by looking at the notes we are preparing in the notepad. We have set the table through these fields: project name, CMS, and URL. Then we take care of the brand and focus on how to create a perfect snippet, always staying within 100 characters. Now it's time to concentrate on strategies, looking for the first goal of getting a strategy that points to at least 50 keywords. 50 is a fair number to reason. If we have to put it in front of a first page with a target of 500 keywords would have been quite complex to do. In fact, we need to get certain levels of step by step. Do you remember the lesson in which we explained the importance of being able to reason a strategy through a mathematically speaking by multiplying the three fields that we called A, B, and C? Now let's put into practice first, identifying only the number of keywords to choose for these three fields. A, 5 keywords. B, 2 keywords. C, 5 keywords. This is a 50 keyword strategy because the multiplication of these three numbers, 5 by 2 by 5, gives us a final result of 50. The number of keywords per field is a personal choice. We have chosen this methodology reason. For example, to the 5 best-selling products of the company, to the 2 main attributes that threaten sales, and to further 5 attributes that is always valid but secondary. It is therefore indifferent that the mathematical value which you will choose when placing these fields, which is the important thing, is that the final calculation is equal to 50 keywords. Now let's go into practice to see how to manage these strategies. We copy them and move on to the platform. Click Fast Keys. The area that opens in the first place is empty. The first thing to do is use the Create New Quotation function. Clicking as you see opens a work area that is composed of those three fields, A, B, and C. We copy the three strings of keywords into a relevant field. Then, in A field, these 5 keywords. In field B, these 2 keywords. And in field C, these last 5 keywords. Working here is very simple. You have 2 functions to use, check and save. First to serve is to make a calculation and help us, as you see, to look on how many and what combinations we are doing. The second is to save the strategy in a database once we considered it suitable. Now let's save it and then stop for a few minutes to make some reflections together. Even in this area, you are actually continuing to write your project, and the real challenge at this time is to create the keywords that we'll like most, which is respecting the 2 important rules that spiders imposed. Always write according to the mathematical rules that impose 2 words per field. The first rule is very important. Use your ability to remodel words and concepts to handle the situation is the best way. Always strive to follow this rule. If you do, the success of your project is mathematically certain. The second rule concerns the generation of combination, which is also the reason why the green check function below exists. We obviously always work from inside the platform without preparing the strings on a notepad, and we would like to try many different combinations by changing them directly from here. When we do it, for us, it is important to create long tails that are always logical, and we need to do it in a fast way. Check is very useful and also a very fast in calculating and quickly arranging the combinations to allow us to see if they are good or not. If we make illogical combinations, for example, male objects with feminine attributes rather than singular objects with the plural attributes, or strings that do not make sense, the spiders will block us as we will be considered as bots. Exercise yourself in this area, which can really help you to become an excellent SEO analyst. Because what makes the difference between a good or bad strategy will always be our talent of ingenuity. Never forget that. So, have we already saved the strategy with save? Yes, you do not need to save it again or find two strategies instead of one. We close this window too, and on the previous one, we now click Update. As you can see, the system updates and the string of our strategy appears with its function. First of all, a good habit is to give an identifying name to the strategy because it may be that tomorrow you have this project, not one, but for example, more different strategies in use. Then click Title and call it for now WP, which stands for WordPress. Trial, which is the phase where you are now. Even in this phase, we recommend you not being in a hurry. Think of the best keywords for you. Look at them the next day by entering the strategy through Edit that you see as you go back to the previous workspace to check again rather than to change the words to update the strategy itself. Here, too, as you can see, everything is very simple to manage, and even in this lesson, like the previous one, you are really starting to understand how the importance of your decision is what really counts and makes the difference. Thank you for your attention. See you on our next lesson. Bye.